This news program is proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Now Biscuits.
K92 pays first installment corporate tax. Partnership enhances local capacity. A very good evening. This is National EMTV News. I'm Malinta Yopolo. Thank you for joining us. K92 Mining Limited, the operator of the K92 gold mine in Eastern Highlands Province, has announced that it has made its first corporate tax installment payment of 287 million kina for the 2026 fiscal year. The payment was made to the Internal Revenue Commission, demonstrating the company's significant and growing contribution to the economic prosperity of Papua New Guinea.
This payment of 287 million kina is the first of 3 2026 corporate tax installments and marks a record installment payment for the K92 mine. In a press statement, the management of K92 Mining Limited said the mine is proud to be a leading taxpayer in the mining sector, having paid a record of 423 million kina in corporate tax for the year 2025, which represented a 171% increase from 2024. Importantly, with the new state-of-the-art 1.2 million tons per annum Stage 3 expansion and process plant successfully commissioned in December 2025, K92 projects 2026 to be another record year with total corporate tax installment payments expected to significantly increase compared to 2025. Upon the delivery of the Stage 3 and 4 expansions, which are rapidly progressing, to expect to not only become a Tier 1 to mid-tier producer, but also one of the largest corporate taxpayers in Papua New Guinea's mining industry. K92 is committed to delivering a lasting positive impact in communities through responsible resource development, ongoing partnership with national and local stakeholders. Meanwhile, the second corporate tax installment is expected to be paid by July this year. Pakatambo, National EMTV News.
A delegation from the U.S. Department of Treasury visited Port Moresby recently to explore new avenues for technical assistance in removing Papua New Guinea from the international FATF grey list. This marked a major step forward in the country's efforts against money laundering. The 5-day visit saw the U.S. Treasury delegation conducting productive meetings with key PNG agencies on how to partner with anti-money laundering efforts in Papua New Guinea. Agencies visited including Financial Analysis and Supervision Unit, the Office of the Public Prosecutor, PNG Customs, the PNG Forest Authority, Internal Revenue Commission, the Independent Commission Against Corruption, and the Bank of Papua New Guinea. The U.S. Treasury team also met with the Treasurer and the Police Minister to discuss strategies for removing Papua New Guinea from grey list. They offered to provide technical expertise as PNG undertakes ambitious reforms. It was noted that with strong interagency cooperation and expertise from the U.S. Treasury Department, Papua New Guinea is poised to make significant progress in combating financial crime and restoring international confidence. Jacinta Doctor, National EMTV News. Papua New Guinea is a strategic location in the Pacific, and the United States is capitalizing on every opportunity to enhance its engagement through economic development and other focused areas.
The United States values the fact that Papua New Guinea is in a strategic location and intends to explore opportunities where Papua New Guinea can thrive.
It's clear that PNG is in a strategic location. It's along key trade routes. It's a key part of the Pacific Island story, and I think the fact that PNG is in such a strategic location is an opportunity for Papua New Guinea. It's an opportunity for this country's economic development, and it's an opportunity for growth, for inclusive growth for this country.
Sadze Dafe Alex Brenberg was speaking recently to the media on possible engagements in deep-sea mining.
Deep sea mining, there are a number of U.S. firms that are involved in deep-sea mining, but I would encourage you to reach out to the government here. I mean, we want to, if deep-sea mining, if the moratorium is lifted on deep-sea mining, we're certainly interested in exploring those opportunities as long as they're done in an environmentally responsible way and a sustainable way. But it's really a question for the government of Papua New Guinea as to whether PNG wants to take advantage of deep-sea mining opportunities.
He outlined several other areas they are interested in supporting Papua New Guinea.
Increasing trade flows, increasing investment flows, and corruption. We think it's important globally for countries to look at corruption, to combat corruption, and we're committed to working with Papua New Guinea to help in a number of areas to help address corruption issues.
Benson Wema, National EMTV News.
The International Organization of Migration and World Health Organization joint initiative known as Strengthening Humanitarian Preparedness and Response to Disaster-Induced Displacement in PNG is having an impact in East Sepik, enhancing local capacity in its response to communities affected by frequent environmental disasters.
Chief of Mission of the International Organization for Migration, David Arnold, highlighted that in 2024, communities along the Sepik River endured two major shocks of rapid succession.
Severe flooding swept through villages, destroying homes and gardens, and displacing families across remote parts of the East Sepik province. Only weeks later, as the response was being developed, a powerful 6.9 magnitude earthquake struck the same region. It compounded the devastation.
He emphasized that the East Sepik Provincial Disaster Center activated its emergency mechanism and acknowledged their collaboration in the most critical time.
Working together, hand in hand with ward leaders, community volunteers, response teams, including IOM staff, travelled by boat along the Sepik River to reach the most vulnerable households. Our partners strengthened this response. UN agencies coordinated closely with the Provincial Disaster Centre to ensure assistance reached the most vulnerable and the most affected.
Provincial Administrator for East Sepik, Samuel Torovi, said while the Provincial Disaster Centre and the administration work tirelessly on the ground, they still face significant challenges.
In timely data collection, coordinated response, and building sustainable community resilience. This joint IOM-WHO program directly supports and strengthens the important work we are already currently undertaking.
He explained that this program strengthens the work through the introduction of improved data systems, such as the displacement tracking metrics.
Capacity building for our Provincial Disaster Centre, our Provincial Health Authority, training in camp management, mass evacuation, and community-based disaster risk management, as well as enhanced coordination between the health and disaster management systems.
Mr. Torovi said this program places strong emphasis on the government's ownership and long-term sustainability. Nicole Rama, National EMTV News.
National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Chicken kebab saja lah. Yum.
Beef stir fry.
Chicken curry, my favorite.
Kebabs for you.
Yum.
stir fry for you and chicken curry for us.
Magic in every meal, 1 cube at a time.
You get big data and big value. Telecom Good Pillar mobile data plans. From only 3 kina, you get 1 gig for 24 hours. And for only 150 kina, you get 130 gigs over a whopping 30 days. And with loads of Good Pillar data plans to choose from, there's a small, medium or large plan to match your budget. Dial *777# to subscribe. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Hello, everyone.
Is everything alright?
Oh. Yes. Everything's alright. Alright with Roots.
Make it right with Roots.
Remember the joy of playing with your toys as a child? At Morning Plus, we believe that every small business deserves a chance to build and grow. That's why we offer asset financing.
With Morning Plus, we're ready to go.
Why? Semakin bapak seharian.
Auntie, bangka goksim.
David Loran.
You think you passed it?
Spots.
It's in me.
The data center is the backbone of digital economy, right? So today, whatever we are doing on the phone or a laptop, any application, they run from data centers across the globe.
Join us Monday night at 7 as we feature discussions on PNG's first sovereign AI data center.
Building the sovereign cloud is the right thing to do at this moment.
That's on Monday night.
You're watching National EMTV News. Remote island communities from Duke of York in East New Britain province are now better equipped for safer sea travel following the delivery of state-of-the-art maritime safety devices under the Building Resilience to Climate Change pilot project.
During the project monitoring and evaluation mission to the Duke of York group of islands, project officers delivered a total of 10 emergency position indicating radio beacon and marine handheld global position system devices to the Mioko Palpal and Mioko Virian communities. These devices are expected to enhance community early warning systems and improve response capabilities to climate-related hazards and maritime emergencies, particularly during routine sea voyages and transport between island communities and Kokopo. BRCC Project Output 2 Coordinator Joyce Samo noted that following the prior delivery of community boats under the Small Grants Facility program, the initiative continues to strengthen community resilience through the provision of complementary maritime safety devices alongside two-way communication radios already delivered to support safe sea operations. Ms. Samo said the BRCC project is focused on building climate resilience in Papua New Guinea's targeted coastal communities, with pilot activities implemented since 2019 at the target in Bougainville, East New Britain, Manus, Milne Bay and Morobe provinces. Mioko Virian Ward Councillor William Beckerman acknowledged BRCC project for the devices and noted that these devices are timely as they need them when travelling out at sea during bad weather.
Material whereby Altumipla, since we play no got this lakan before, now I'm this lakan we play got Mondislakan material where we play can use in the solwara long time no good. In terms of climate change, not too long man-made climate change of some spirit. We play mas long because this la time we play you go through long plenty of this life long solwara.
Meanwhile, a woman leader, Jenny Jack, expressed her gratitude of this state-of-art devices.
I have named the GPS, but we never touch it. Me play no sabe lo use him or buy use him, but now me play privilege so same by got all me play got him GPS pinis lo and lo me play lo save him all boats lo me play where you play find him lo roni go lo coco po some time. Plus akirab no good me play go anta this lo reef. But now GPS by talking me play all same he got reef lo front. He got danger lo front me play by turning.
Activities that were implemented on the remote islands included the delivery of 6 water tanks, inclusive of standalone water catchments, Sego dry toilet facilities, 2-way radio, 3 dinghies with 60 HP engines, and the construction of 2 community halls. Nicole Rama, National EMTV News.
St. Mary's Vunapope Hospital in East New Britain has received a major donation of medical equipment valued at 165,000 kina.
The equipment include 2 delivery beds, sterilizers, a surgical lighting system, and an office printer. This was made possible by funds raised from last year's We Are One Color Fund run, which generated over 165,000 kina. We Are One Foundation coordinator Nicole Camara said the foundation's vision is to improve people's lifestyles by working closely with government authorities, health institutions, and corporate partners. She encouraged communities to take responsibility for improving their own well-being. Hospital Board Chairman William Lamour received the donation with gratitude and acknowledged the support of the island's petroleum and its partners. Lamour also encouraged other small local businesses to join the existing companies that continuously support the Color Fund run for the good of the community. He added that the hospital management and board will work closely with Islands Petroleum to identify the real needs of the hospital moving forward. Lauren Jimal, National EMTV News.
The Papua New Guinea Cancer Foundation Inc. hosted its 2026 Social Lounge Policy Mocktail Night aimed at developing a concrete, actionable and empathetic national workplace health policy on cancer.
This social loans policy marks a significant milestone in advancing workplace health policy in Papua New Guinea. It represents the culmination of the Foundation's networking panel policy, STARE initiative under the Give to Gain theme. During a panel discussion around the policy, Secretary for Department of Labor and Industrial Relations said this policy highlights the employer's duty of care to its employees.
So it standardizes the approach to how we deal with this important health issue at the workplace.
The Papua New Guinea Cancer Foundation Executive Manager further explained on how their surveys led to the STARE policy initiative.
And we found out through our surveys that there's a lot of money or there's a lot of economic burden on organizations, both from the public and private sector, on house price. And then at the end of the year, when reviews are done, you realize that you probably spent 1.5 to 2 million kina on house price alone.
She said through this policy STARE, the foundation is hoping to provoke conversations in workplaces to make this a workplace policy.
And through this policy STARE, we hope that we are able to provoke conversation in the workplaces on how we can be able to put this commitment that we're just discussing to a workplace code, to a workplace policy where everyone that is in the workplace complies, to go for screening programs, to participating in wellness checks, not only as employees, but to include their families, and how we can be able to use public private partnerships to enforce this.
The proposed framework integrates cancer prevention, early detection, screening and employee support in workplaces across Papua New Guinea. Jacinta Doctor, National EMTV News.
National Capital District Police has issued warning to public motor vehicles to follow traffic laws in the city. This follows after police noted buses parking at the bus stops are taking up spaces, creating long lines, as well as buses engaging in doing short trips.
Acting Assistant Commissioner of Police NCD Central, Chief Superintendent Benjamin Turi said the enforcement team will commence the traffic operation on April 1st. The enforcement team will target PMV buses, monitoring them at bus stop areas to ensure that buses do not create unnecessary long lines, and PMV doing short trip must complete their route. ACP Turi pointed out that buses that are using the freeway need to stop before they are caught by traffic officers and face penalties. The public is also encouraged to avoid getting on PMV buses that are taking the illegal route along the freeway. Road Traffic Authority was able to commit funding towards renovating the Waigani Police Station cell block, which will be used for detaining traffic offenders. Turi acknowledged the support by Road Traffic Authority and said enforcement officers must be serious with their job. He said the renovation work is nearing its completion and called on the vehicle owners, drivers and crews not to be ignorant on this. Turi explained when police start to arrest people, it will make difference and make some positive change in the nation's capital. Benson Wema, National EMTV News.
National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Competition 2026 with monthly prizes of GFI products, student project fees, and a major prize of 25,000 Kina building project funding. You can make a difference. Here's how you can enter. Just buy any 1 kg medium grain or soft and sweet scout rice and give your child a drop into the entry box provided in selected schools to win. Terms and conditions apply. Scout rice, and by you like it.
The IPI Group is PNG's most innovative, dynamic and diverse logistics company, totally focused on delivering outstanding service. Our diversified divisions span from major warehousing, bulk fuel and road transport to large-scale commercial catering. The IPI Group of companies will be your partner, supplying tailor-made logistics solutions.
Ready for the world, so is your TISA Visa card. Visa keeps you moving wherever you go, Papua New Guinea or abroad. Seamlessly pay for travel, dining, online shopping. Easily access your funds and instantly track your expenses. Every tap comes with security, trust, and peace of mind. Unlock the world of possibilities. And it all starts with the new TISA Visa card.
You get big data and big value with Telecom Good Pillar mobile data plans. From only 3 Kina, you get 1 gig for 24 hours. And for only 150 Kina, you get 130 gigs over a whopping 30 days. And with loads of Good Pillar data plans to choose from, there's a small, medium or large plan to match your budget. Dial *777# to subscribe. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
EMTV is proud to announce that we are now offering tower rental spaces on the tallest tower in NCD and Central Province. Our new 80 meters television broadcasting tower proudly boasts an improved structure durability. It is versatile and suitable for various communications and broadcasting needs. It has a high internal load capacity, supporting multiple antennas and technology simultaneously. This is your opportunity to optimize your transmission signal for wider coverage and extended reach. For co-location information, call 7723-3484 or email engineering@mtv.com.pg. MTV, your #1 to watch.
You're watching National MTV News. National Development Bank aims to focus on driving inclusive growth, supporting small and medium enterprises, and deepening financial inclusion in rural areas. NDB's acting CEO David Munaga made this known when announcing the new board of the bank recently.
When announcing the new board of the National Development Bank earlier in the week, acting CEO of the bank, David Munaga, said NDB is on target to achieve its goals in 2026. He said the main focus will be on financial inclusion in rural areas of Papua New Guinea.
Not just more of a financial institution, but a national instrument of transformation, a mandate that is there to empower our people, to support our entrepreneurs, unlock agricultural potential, and drive inclusive economic growth and development across Papua New Guinea. Our purpose is very clear. We provide accessible loans, financing to MSMEs, SMEs in the key sectors, especially value chains in the industry of agriculture. And we basically have created opportunities for Papua New Guineans to participate more meaningfully in the economy's growth.
Mr. Munaga said with the appointment of the board, led by Karen Hargreaves as the chair lady, NDB is expected to accelerate the bank's commercialization and strengthen governance going forward.
And we're entering a new chapter, one that calls for strong governance, one that calls for strategic direction, one that calls for innovation and development in finance, and one that calls for unwavering support and commitment to national impact. Our newly appointed board, we welcome you with confidence and anticipation. You are entrusted with guiding this institution through both opportunity and challenge, and your leadership will certainly shape NDB and develop its mandate, ensuring sustainability, accountability, measurable development and outcomes for.
The CEO concluded that NDB will focus on strategic growth, financial management, and provide competitive commercial banking services to SMEs in rural PNG. Pakatambo, National MTV News.
Chinese hospital ship known as Silk Rodak will pay a goodwill visit to Port Moresby next month to offer free medical treatment to Papua New Guineans. The ship will offer specialist care including surgery, ophthalmology, and traditional Chinese medicine.
To mark the 50th anniversary of the establishment of the diplomatic relations between China and Papua New Guinea, and to further enhance the cooperation in the medical and humanitarian assistance field, the Chinese hospital ship Silk Road Ark will pay a visit to Port Moresby and offer free medical treatment to Port Moresby residents from the 8th to the 15th of April. The ship is equipped with the complete medical facilities and equipment. She has 2 triage areas, 2 rescue areas, 1 surgical area with 8 operating rooms and 300 hospital beds. It is furnished with various examination and testing rooms such as a computed tomography room, a digital radiography room, a laboratory for urine, blood routine, biochemistry, a pathology room, a special examination room for B ultrasound, and ophthalmology. The ship also has set up outpatient departments of internal medicine, surgery, dentistry, pediatrics, gynecology, and traditional Chinese medicine, and more capable of providing medical rescue for the wounded and sick, regular medical services, and prevention and control of maritime infectious disease. The ship will dock at Port Moresby Wharf for 6 days, and the patients are advised to bring personal identification documents or fill out an identity information card containing their name, gender, age, and other details to access the ship. Pakatambua, National MTV News.
Now moving to overseas news, thousands of rallies against U.S. President Donald Trump and his administration have taken place from Washington, D.C. and Texas to Paris and Rome.
The US government's expansion of executive power and are calling for the impeachment of Mr. Trump and key members of his administration. One of the biggest turnouts was in the state of Minnesota, which has been the site of deadly clashes with federal immigration agents. Singer Bruce Springsteen paid tribute to the 2 citizens who were killed there.
Well, this past winter, federal troops brought death and terror to the streets of Minneapolis. Well, they picked the wrong city. The power and the solidarity of the people of Minneapolis and of Minnesota was an inspiration to the entire country. Your strength and your commitment told us that this is still America.
And our North America correspondent Rachel Clayton filed this report from a march in Washington.
This is America's third No Kings protest, and it feels more charged than ever. Thousands of protesters marched along the National Mall from the Lincoln Memorial down here in front of the Washington Monument. They're demonstrating against a multitude of President Trump's policies, including immigration enforcement, the handling of the Epstein files, the rising cost of living, and of course now the war in Iran. A number of protests have taken place in Republican strongholds like Texas and Florida, but one of the largest is in Minneapolis, the epicenter of the Trump administration's largest immigration enforcement operation, where 2 US citizens were shot dead by federal agents earlier this year.
Citizens have a responsibility to be out and make their voice heard.
I marched against the Vietnam War, I marched against the Iraq wars, I marched against Trump before, and I'm marching against him now. I got to do it for my grandchildren. I got to try to save this country.
I don't want to see the American experiment fail at this point. It's been 250 years, and this would be a very sad time for it all to collapse.
It's difficult to say whether these protests are going to have a true impact on the government's policies. People in the White House have previously called these sorts of rallies Hate America demonstrations. But with the midterms coming up...
In Lebanon, 3 journalists have been killed in a targeted Israeli strike on a media car in the nation's south.
The Israeli military has released video of the strike, stating it had eliminated a journalist who it described as a terrorist working for Hezbollah. Lebanon's president has condemned the attack as a blatant crime that violated all norms protecting journalists in conflict zones. It sparked outcry from residents in Beirut, with crowds taking to the streets to protest and mourn those killed. A separate Israeli airstrike killed 5 paramedics in the town of Salta in the continued bombardment of Lebanese healthcare facilities. The country's health minister has accused Israel of targeting ambulances and hospitals.
We are noticing a pattern in attacks and in aggression against ambulances, against hospitals, against primary healthcare centers. This is not acceptable. This cannot continue like that.
Human rights groups say Israel's repeated attacks on Lebanese healthcare workers could amount to war crimes. The UN warns there is now no safe place for civilians to shelter in the country.
National EMTV News continues after the break with Rokai Sports. Stay with us.
Accept the challenge. Choose PNG's favorite purified bottled water. True Wara, 100% PNG made.
Proudly bottled by Paradise Foods.
Years ago, Data PNG began with a vision to connect Papua New Guinea through technology.
Today, we celebrate 40 years of innovation, service, and partnership.
From humble beginnings to becoming a trusted leader in ICT, our journey has been powered by our people, our clients, and our community.
As we honor the past, we look forward to shaping the future together.
Happy 40th anniversary, Latex PNG.
As PNG's only ISO-accredited bulk haulage operator, IPI Transport guarantees the delivery of your critical cargo. Equipped with state-of-the-art GPS tracking systems and backed by an experienced team, you can rely on IPI Transport, part of the IPI group of companies.
Hello, everyone.
Is everything all right?
Oh. Ah, yes. Everything's all right. All right with Roots.
Make it right with Roots.
Hey there, I'm Martha. Join me every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. for Goodman Fielder International Sky Time. The cooking show where we inspire you to create simple and delicious meals using ingredients available near you. Plus, we have talented chefs and cooks joining us throughout the year, sharing their own delicious creations. Remember, that's every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. right here on your number one to watch, EMTV.
Trukai Sports.
Welcome to Trukai Sports. PNG Hunters were blown off the park last night by a much physical and classy Redcliffe Dolphins outfit, who beat Paul Iton's men 33-4 in the Host Plus Cup Round 4 match at Kayo Stadium. Following the loss, the Hunters have dropped further down to 13th spot on the ladder. The Port Moresby Netball Association Secretary highlights team's progress and newly appointed executives guiding the competition forward.
Port Moresby Netball Association Secretary Susan Agelavu noted on the teams that are currently participating, acknowledging their commitment and performance.
Most of our teams come from the junior competition. We have about 119 teams from under 10 to under 21. We have 119 teams that have registered this season to play. And in the senior division, we have Division 1 to 11, including the Premier Division. This year we've so far registered 113 teams. Now that's not final yet because the season proper starts after Easter, I think on April 18, that's when the season proper starts. We have one more week of trials that will be on April 11th, third trials, and after that we'll start our season proper.
Pointed out on the new executives that have been appointed to support and strengthen the association.
2 weeks ago we had our AGM for 2026 and we elected new office bearers for the season for the next 3 years. So the new president for this year is Ms. Alu Ravusiro, senior vice president is Micah Vaira, treasurer is John Kalinoi, vice treasurer is Olovo Vele, the secretary and the vice secretary is Melia Kageni. So there's 7 of us this year for the new excos, and that will be for the next 3 years.
Joel Mipari, Trukai Sports.
Meanwhile, the Port Moresby Netball Association continues to build momentum each year, with competition steadily intensifying. The association witnessed its second weekend of trial matches at the Rita Flynn courts.
Now here at the Rita Flynn courts, the Port Moresby Netball Association has entered into its second weekend of trial matches. In an interview with Trukai Sports, the secretary gave an insight into today's matches.
Okay, so today we are starting on our trial games number 2 for the season. This season we'll have about 7 games in round 1 and 7 games in round 2. So this year we have a total of about 67 clubs. We've had 20 new clubs start joining us this season compared to the 47 clubs we've had last year. So in Premier Divisions, we have a new team that's come up to Premier Division. That's Hetura. They won the Premiership last year for Division 1. So now they're eligible to participate in the Premier Division. So they played last week and they played the second game just a while ago and they lost to Telstars. But I think they're doing really well. We have the 6 main Premier clubs that are still in the competition: Sparrows, Vepunama, Haidana, Lightning, and Telstars, plus Mystics and Snakes Mermaids.
More of participation and actions continue here at Arita Flynn Courts. Joel Mipari, Trukai Sports.
Trukai Sports continues after the break. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports.
Chicken kebab saja nah. Yum.
Beef stiff, right?
Chicken curry, my favorite.
Kebabs for you.
Yum.
Stir fry for you. And chicken curry for us.
Magic in every meal, 1 cube at a time.
Why? Semakin apa sih Arya?
Auntie, bangka goksim. David Loran. Looking you past it.
Spots.
It's in me.
You get big data and big value with Telecom Good Pillar mobile data plans. From only 3 kina, you get 1 gig for 24 hours. And for only 150 kina, you get 130 gigs over a whopping 30 days. And with loads of Good Pillar data plans to choose from, there's a small, medium or large plan to match your budget. Dial *777# to subscribe. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
The IPI Group is PNG's most innovative, dynamic and diverse logistics company, totally focused on delivering outstanding service. Our diversified divisions span from major warehousing, bulk fuel and road transport to large-scale commercial catering. The IPI Group of companies will be your partner, supplying tailor-made logistics solutions.
Sport is one thing that can give kids direction and keep us out of troubles.
Sport is more than just a game. It's passion, it's pride, it's community. Every week we bring you highlights, the heat and the heart of the game.
Very special representing our country.
Big plays, big personalities and big moments. If it's making headlines and it's making history, it's on Sports Scene. Thursdays at 7 p.m. on your number 1 to watch, EMTV.
Hello, everyone.
Is everything all right?
Oh. Yes. Everything's all right. All right with Roots.
Make it right with Roots.
You're watching Trukai Sports. Port Moresby Soccer Association competition continues to grow with new teams joining, bringing fresh talent and strong support, while officials also addressed discipline issues from last weekend's matches.
Port Moresby Soccer Association has welcomed new teams into the competition which have shown good display of talents as noted by the games coordinator.
This year, we have omitted some teams from last year with non-compliance towards our composition. So all this law, when we are moving all out, we have to move teams from lower division, especially second division up to first division, and you got gap now. We play fit all nupla teams here. Side low nupla teams come, they are showing very good performance outflow here. All interest rate lo come inside and take part inside lo this la biggest competition lo mipla lo Port Moresby Soccer Association, where most of the teams, and one example is a team from CV Tatana village, that's Rigo Coast, Rigo Inland. So all this la team since round one, week one, all been played, all been winning one team 9-1, and week two again they defeated Wiwek United 6-0. Now today they just recently played there.
He says the new teams also continue to turn up with great support as well, boosting the competition standard and attendance.
So in interest, where all time will come, they bring their people back in the village to come and support them. So in good sign lo improvement lo mipla lo this season.
Meanwhile, he has also stressed on the incident that has occurred during last weekend matches between the City Strikers and PS Roots, with players given some time off the field.
Yes, okay, I think as approved by the General Secretary, the players were given probably about 6 to 4 weeks suspension regarding the incident all been applied inside the field of play. So probably after the suspensions, they will definitely take the field again. This season we are very strict on this now. So my appeal to all the clubs, please advise all players, especially violent conduct in the field of play. You will receive a maximum of 12 weeks suspension, or a minimum of 4 weeks suspension. So we are now very strict on our competition this season.
Joel Mipari, Trukai Sports.
Exciting rugby league action unfolded as teams battled it out in the Zionzil Nines tournament, drawing strong participation and community support at Waigani.
The Zionzil Nines tournament saw tough and competitive rugby league matches at the Coney Tigers Oval in Waigani, with teams showcasing skill, determination and sportsmanship throughout the games. Trukai Sports caught up with the tournament director Biliaki, who highlighted that teams have shown great interest in participation, reflecting the growing popularity of the tournament.
Nines lang most those are rugby league. Janjil sponsorum sila skuli sponsorum sa Janjil Nines lang yung laronim sa tournament la. Last week ikamosem. Game total team about is 54 teams. Only play come. No got problem lab. The game run good, run smooth, run nice come. That come lo. Arare blood this week give me some play. All final semis na knockouts lo today, but team made me over too much, so me like just pulling go back in the league. Bamla continue go along tomorrow lo Monday. Na Lugosem lo Tuesday or Wednesday, but Lugosem by grand final la Janjil Nines come up. So for you.
He also thanked the individuals and supporters who have come on board, acknowledging their contribution and support towards the successful staging of the competition.
First in Mila thank you na chairman blo Janjil school Michael Command, thank you long. Look so long all community long all grassroots boys. Long in challenge CDC. You may put in blind CDC, but big blow thank you, Mila talk long all teams you come out long. Central site. Osamla Rico, Osamla Poribara, na Osamla Mekeo, plenty team lauchet ogla come in long Janjil Rugby League Nines. At the Mila talk thank you all team managers will all southern regions solely bring him team come Mila talk thank you long all. La come take part on them all boys in challenge CDC. Thank you all boys in challenge CDC too.
Joel Mipari, Trukai Sports.
That ends Trukai Sports. sports, the Morning Plus weather report is next. Stay with us.
True Kai Sports. True Kai Sports.
Hello, everyone.
Is everything alright?
Oh. Yes. Everything's alright. Alright with Roots.
Make it right with Roots.
Ready for the world, so is your TISA Visa card. Visa keeps you moving wherever you go, Papua New Guinea or abroad. Seamlessly pay for travel, dining, online shopping. Easily access your funds and instantly track your expenses. Every tap comes with security, trust, and peace of mind. Unlock the world of possibilities. And it all starts with the new TISA Visa card.
Boy, semakin bapak si Arya.
Auntie, bangka goksim. David Loran. You passed it. Spots. It's in me.
As PNG's only ISO-accredited bulk haulage operator, IPI Transport guarantees the delivery of your critical cargo. Equipped with state-of-the-art GPS tracking systems and backed by an experienced team, you can rely on IPI Transport, part of the IPI group of companies.
The data center is the backbone of digital economy, right? So today, whatever we are doing on the phone or a laptop, any application, they run from data centers across the globe.
Join us Monday night at 7 as we feature discussions on PNG's first sovereign AI data center.
Building the sovereign cloud is the right thing to do at this moment.
That's on Monday night.
Remember the joy of playing with your toys as a child? At Morning Plus, we believe that every small business deserves a chance to build and grow. That's why we offer asset financing.
With Morning Plus, we're ready to go.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by Morning Plus, with you always.
The Morning Plus weather report for the next 24 hours. In the southern region, Port Moresby, partly cloudy with possible few showers. Daro, partly cloudy. Kerema, partly cloudy with some rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Alotau, partly cloudy with few rain showers. And Popondetta, cloudy periods with rain showers and possible thunderstorms. In the Momasa region, Lay City, cloudy with rain to rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Meday, cloudy periods with rain showers and thunderstorms. Wewak, partly cloudy with few showers. And Vanimo, cloudy periods and rain showers and possible thunderstorms. In the New Guinea Highland region, Lorengau, partly cloudy with few showers. Kavieng, partly cloudy with possible few showers. Kokopo and Rabaul, partly cloudy with few showers and possible thunderstorms. Kimbe, cloudy with rain showers and possible thunderstorms. And Buka, cloudy with few showers and possible thunderstorms. And in the Highlands region, Mount Hagen City, cloudy to rain and rain showers and thunderstorms. Goroka, Barnes and Kundiawa. Cloudy with rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Manditari and Wabek, cloudy with rain to rain showers and possible thunderstorms. To coastal waters forecast. Waters of southern PNG and Indonesian border to Daru, to Kiwai Island, to Kerema, to Yule Island, to Hood Point and to Samarai Island. Seas 0.5 to 1 meter, rising to 1.3 meters. Waters of Samarai Island to Cape Vogel and all Milne Bay Islands. Seas 0.5 to 1 meter. Waters of Cape Vogel to Owen Gulf to Finschhafen. Seas 0.5 to 1 meter. Waters of Finschhafen to British Strait to CSC and Long Island to Medeng. Seas 0.5 to 1 meter. Waters of Medeng to Wewak, to Vanimo and northern PNG and Indonesian border. Seas 0.5 to 1.5 meters. Waters of Manus and its western group of highlands. Seas 1 to 1.5 meters. Waters of New Highland. Seas 0.5 to 1 meter. Waters of West New Britain. Seas 0.5 to 1 meter. And waters of Bougainville. Seas 0.5 to 1 meter. And to ocean forecast, Coral Sea, seas smooth to slight, southeast winds of 5 to 15 knots. Solomon Sea, seas smooth, south to southeast winds of 5 to 10 knots. Bismarck Sea, seas smooth to slight, northwest winds of 5 to 15 knots. And Pacific Ocean, seas smooth to slight, northwest to west winds of 5 to 15 knots.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
And that wraps up the news, sports and weather for Sunday, the 29th of March 2026. From all of us here, pleasant viewing and good night.
This news program was proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Gold Nuggets.